Conference play is beginning here for us with the Texas Longhorns as we are on the road in Saturday night prime time, playing under the skies and humidity and mosquito-filled swamp that is Gainesville here for the Florida Gators. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, one of the most loudest stadiums in the country. We're here to take them on after putting a whipping on them in the previous season. Here we go, we're gonna have to come to their house and teach them how to play this game that we so lovingly call football. So now welcome back to the channel for those of y'all returning, and if you are new here, welcome to Champ and Sons and all of our college football content. As before we jump into this game, let's take a look at where we stand with recruiting. Now LSU has taken quite a hefty lead on Senior Nix here. He is down to his top 3. So, as people who have followed our previous series last year know, generally, once they get to the top 3, I like to do the hard sell. It's a good way of kind of trying to get them at the last minute, or trying to really solidify the deal with them. So we're going to put that on to Nix. Now, I don't know if it's going to be enough to overcome his desire to play for the LSU Tigers, but hey, maybe it will. Now, Brian AC, another 5-star edge rusher that we are looking at. He's only in the top 5, right? But we need to get a visit scheduled for him, and so we finally get that on the calendar. We are first on his interest, so hopefully it's one of those things. I really prefer to have him commit prior to the visit, but it's one of those I'll take whatever I can take. Schwartz still in the top 5. His visit's already scheduled. Kai Block has moved into the top 3, or his top 3 choices. We are number 1, so what are we going to do? Put on the hard sell. And this is kind of one of those things I mentioned, I think, in the last season, where whether you go hard sell, soft sell, what have you, those check marks, each combination of 3 does match one of the possible selling points. I think it would be so much better if it didn't match the selling points, or maybe a guy only had 2 checks. So to get that third, you kind of had to sway him with, hey, this is what we got to offer, you should really value it, and all that type of stuff. They obviously didn't do that. But we still have the 3 check marks, so we're going to go for it. One thing I have found some of the times with these guys, if you only have 2, but you know what their deal breaker is, you can start looking at the combinations of those hard sells and all that fun jazz to really actually pinpoint what it is, what's the best one to go with, what's most likely going to hit that third one. Zaire Mallory coming up big time. We're going to send the house for him. He's going to be a fight, I've got a feeling. I just have a feeling he is going to be a brutal fight. Josh Martinez, we're still number 1. Deal breaker playing style because he's a signal caller type of linebacker. But, I mean, if you can't fit into almost just about any system as a linebacker, that's on you, not me. Brett Tyree, let's hit him up for the hard sell. Once again, the 3 check marks. It's just which one is it going to be? And it's going to be Mr. Gamer. Mr. Game Time Gamer, Brett Tyree. That's what we're going to go with. And since it's only worth 40 for the hard sell, I do go ahead and add in the 10 points for DMing the player. And if you see a lot of times the little up arrows, the little green ones, you get about 4 or 5 with the hard sell. But then the DMing the player is an additional 2. So it pretty much takes you from 5 to 7 on just this one essential activity for the most part, even though it is 2 separate, but it's all grouped into one time. So it actually gives you a pretty good opportunity to kind of snatch some of these guys in. Costanzo just does not want to relent. He wants us to stay in number 2 on his interest. He's from Spring, Texas. You should want to come to be with the Longhorns. But you know what? He done, so he can get the hell out of here. I'm kind of getting tired of his weak BS anyways. Adonis Bostic out of New Mexico from Albuquerque. We are going to send the house. Now, we're number 1 on him. But some of these guys I think are going to be a little bit fights bigger fights as we go along in the recruiting form, because they do have some other big name schools. Oregon is generally one of them. I'm seeing a lot of popping up as, high on the players' interest and actually climbing a lot of the time. Sua Officer, a fullback, out of Scottsdale. I'm not going to be heartbroken if we don't get him, but how many offers is this kid really going to get to be at top of the line programs? Not a whole lot. So I figure we'll go ahead and let's get him offered. Let's give him kind of a little bit of the, fancified treatment. So make him feel good about himself. So that way when he does arrive on campus, he's ready to work, maybe a little harder than what he would have to somewhere else. That's just kind of how I roll. I like to manipulate these players into coming to our school to play for us. And that's really what recruiting is when you think about it. It is, how can we manipulate you? What can we offer you? It makes you want to come. Nowadays, NIL deals, well, we'll get a Ferrari. Okay. But, I'm just saying, there's things we could try to do. Now, looking at our coach, we do have 74 coach points, right? And motivator is one of the bigger ones that you see a lot of people, especially on YouTube, selecting. So, I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going with tactician. And I think that'll actually help, because once we do leave Texas, because we're just a coordinator, once we do become a head coach, we're going to need to have these guys to have just our players have overall boosted kind of stats for the most part. Whether it's with pass blocking, whether it's the spin or the juke, if we can have that going, then everybody really that has those capabilities is going to be picked up. So that's kind of why I wanted to go with tactician. Plus it kind of just still goes against the grain for the most part from the motivator thing. I just refuse to do it. I will not do motivator unless I absolutely have to be like CEO or some crap like that. Which I'm fingers crossed I don't. And if I do, maybe there's a way to reset the training, the development tree. But we're going to see what happens with getting these ratings up, seeing what kind of impact it has, because we are going to need our players to be at the best. We're coming into conference play here in the SEC. Speaking of that, let's jump into this thing, as we are going to start out with our opening drive in the shaky confines of Gatorsville. I know it's Gainesville. Don't bite my head off on that. I know what it is. As we get that one over to Trey Wisner, and he picks up a good little chunk of yardage there, all the way down to the 36-yard line. Going to make it 1st and 10. Manning now coming set to the line once again, 3 wide in the shotgun. Everybody's discombobulated. He's going to send Wingo in motion. Has the snap. Play action. He fires that one. He hits Wisner on the run, thankfully, who makes the catch. Manning on the run, not the most accurate throw in the world, but damn it, I will take it. Recruiting class ranks, we're still number 1 right now because we're the best. It makes it 2nd and 1 after that 9-yard pass to Wisner. Manning this time hands it off to him. He's breaking tackles, heading upfield, and he gets brought down at about the 18-yard line inside the red zone. So yards per game, looking at the defense right now, Florida's allowing 343 yards and 26 points per game. We're at about 240 and 14. So it gives you an idea. They may be number 20, but they are also 2-2 for a reason. So now from the pistol, we send Washington in motion. Manning has the snap, hands it off to Baxter up the middle, pushing for it. Baxter punches it in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. C.J. Baxter takes that handoff, got the hole open, and then just powered it in. Pure speed and authority as he takes on multiple Gator defenders right there at around the goal line. And he's going to punch that one in. 2 defenders, to be exact. One of them ends up rolling over as we get the lead 7-0. Now, their offense has some capability. Let's not lie to ourselves. And they tie the game up. So back here, once again, just later in the first quarter, we get that one out to Mosley as he's brought down after a pretty good game, but a flag is thrown. And it's going to be holding. Yep. All right. First down turns into, well, technically still a first down, but 1st and 20. Looking at the stats for Manning, almost 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We haven't asked him to do too much this season. Now, at some point, we do have to start stretching the ball out, I have a feeling. But I think so far we've done a pretty good job limiting what we're really asking him to do and the kind of pressure we're asking him to take on in this first season as a starter. Now on 1st and 20, quick throw to Mosley on the left side on the little wheel route or swing pass. He's got it and makes some big yardage, 15 yards on that one, down to the 47. That one was a swing pass out there, little looking RPO action. This is really the Longhorns' bread and butter. And actually one of the reasons why Manning's stats are as good as they are. So 2nd and 5 now. Manning's got the snap. This time to Wingo on the swing pass. He's got it at the 40. He's pushing all the way to 20, 10, and he's shoved out of bounds. Ryan Wingo busts that one open for a big time gain. He's got 64 yards now and just a couple catches this evening. And yet they're going to show Arch with the highlight. Nay. That was most definitely Wingo on that one. That one will go for 46 yards. Wingo, a good job getting out there than just pure speed the rest of the way. Mosley did a really good job blocking on that side as well. So 1st and goal from the 7. We lead 7 we're in a tie ball game, 7-7. We're going to come out in a little bit of full house little set. Wingo in the backfield. Manning claps his hands. He sends who is that? Gibson off to the right, and he gets the pass out to Wingo towards the corner. He takes off in the air, but doesn't get all that there. And he does injure a Gator defender. What a sissy. Ryan Wingo coming around, and actually pretty decent blocking. I mean, for the most part, they read that play pretty well. Gibson didn't have much he could do with it. Blocking for Wingo on that one. He raced to the corner, and the defender won and yet lost at the same time. 2nd and goal from the 1 now. Mosley's in motion. It's going to be an option keeper, and Manning walks it in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. With the most Manning-esque dance and celebration right there. Arch takes that one home for the rushing touchdown to give us the lead here once again in the first quarter in Gainesville. We're now going to lead 14-7. After that option keeper. So now later in the second, still leading 14-7. We have a 1st and 10 on the plus side of the field at the 38. Manning's in the pistol, has the snap, hands it back to Wisner, who's hit fairly early. Does pick up a couple yards, but not a whole lot of space to move around right there. He's got 34 yards on 6 carries, so actually stat-wise, it's not that bad. He's almost at 6 yards per carry right now. Now then, 2nd and 8. Manning from the shotgun. Wingo in motion. Has the snap. Swing pass out to Wingo on the left side, and they read that one beautifully, and they're going to bring him down for a loss of 1. Oh, man, they bring him down for a loss of 1, making it 3rd and long. 3rd and 8. 3 receivers. French, now the freshman, is in the slot left. Manning has the snap, throws it. He hits Wisner coming out of the backfield, pushing forward. Wisner taking on multiple defenders, getting brought down at the 15-yard line, well inside the red zone, and good for another 1st down here for this Longhorn offense. All right, 1st and 10. Wisner is becoming a true weapon out of the backfield. He really is. And you can see Arch Manning 14-17. Like I said, I'm not going to press it too much with him. Not the way interceptions happen in this game, and just for the simple fact it's his first season, and any turnover can really change the outcome of a game. On 1st and 10, we hand the jet sweep, or I guess get the pass off for the jet sweep, over to DeAndre Moore, and it's only about 4 yards on that one. That's going to make it 2nd and 6. So staying in the shotgun, trips to the left side this time. Wingo's in the slot. He hands it off to Wisner, going off left guard, and nowhere to go. Campbell wasn't there. No one blocked the defender, and he gets brought down relatively quickly. So now 3rd and 5, staying in the trips left formation. Manning's got the snap in hand. Blitz comes, drops that one to the right side. He's going to hit Injuries into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What a throw. Manning to Injuries. That is becoming a dangerous combination here early in this season. He fired that one up. And I mean, just beautiful touch on that thing. Now, I'm not so sure injuries had to go up to get it like that, but it's better to be safe than sorry in that kind of situation. Now, after that put us up 21-7. It was kind of a little slow trudge for us, being outscored 10-3 in the next couple quarters, as we find ourselves here in the fourth quarter leading 24-17. After that run by Baxter, he's got 45 yards on the day. We're going to get a 2nd and 9. Or 2nd and 1, after the gain of 9. So from the pistol, Manning hands that to Baxter off right side. Not a whole lot of space, but he does squeeze through to get the first down at least. Down to the 27-yard line. That's going to be 1st and 10 Longhorns. As we come out at the 27s in the shotgun, 3 receivers set. Mosley in the slot left. Manning has the snap, hands it off to Weisner. Going left, trying to cut it back, nowhere to go. And he's brought down for no gain. At least it wasn't a loss. He's brought down for no gain. Howard for the Gators on the tackle. That's his 7th solo tackle of the game so far. So 2nd and 10 now. Just under 9 minutes to go. Manning claps his hands, has the snap, hands it off to Weisner. And once again, the blocking just not there. Oh, that's getting started. It's starting to get a little disappointing. Starting to piss me off a little bit. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 now. So 3rd and 10. Horns coming out 5 wide. Manning all alone. Has the snap. Blitz comes. Fires over the middle. Hits Moore. He picks up the first down and extra. All the way down to the 13-yard line. Great run after the catch there by DeAndre Moore. He's got 47 yards on 5 catches so far today. So 1st and 10. Manning claps his hands from the shotgun. Has the snap, hands off to Weisner, going off left center. Best space in front of him and powers it in. Touchdown Longhorns. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Trey Weisner takes that one and hammers it home. Had a little bit of space, and then it was just pure power the rest of the way. Speed and power, obviously. But you'll see he comes up on some of those defenders, and you don't think he's going to get in all the way? Boom. He said, "Get off my back." And he goes tumbling into the end zone to give us a lead. Extend our lead. Now 31-17 is the score. In the final couple minutes, our defense needing to make a big stop here to prevent any potential comeback. Florida has that one as they get the pass off and can't go anywhere with it. As their tight end makes a catch, just brought down relatively quickly. So now it's 2nd and 8 for the Gators offense. Lagway's in the pistol. Looks over, sends a receiver in motion, has the snap. Hands off to his running back who's hit and blasted early, and he's going to be brought down. He does go down in the end zone, but they're going to mark him where contact happened at the 1.5. So 3rd and 12. Lagway and the Gators going fast. Has the snap in hand. Rolls out to his right. Fires that one up to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete at 4th and 12. But they got to go for it again because it's the Gators. It's what they do. Lagway has the snap. He's panicking. Fires it over the middle. That one's going to be intercepted by Taft. He's coming right back with it at the 20, and he's brought down from behind at the 17-yard line. Senior leader safety Michael Taft jumped up to get that one, high pointed the ball, and he snags it. And that is a kind of game killer that teams face against this Longhorn defense. And what a play. What a play by Taft to get that interception. His first of the night. As he just read it perfectly. And that's going to give us, put any hopes for the Gators to come back away. But approaching the 2-minute mark, we hand that one off to Baxter, and he's brought down, and the Gators called a timeout. Oh, they have hope, boys. They have hope. That's a dangerous thing. We're going to see what we can do about that little dash of hope they do have. 2nd and 5 from the shotgun. Handed off to Baxter, going right. Turns it up. Big hole open. Stiff arming. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. They shouldn't have called timeout like they did. They should have accepted their fate. And now, see, this is really their fault. This isn't unsportsmanlike. No. This is their fault for making me do this. I was willing to kneel the ball out once we got past the 2-minute warning. I was willing to do all that. But no, Napier and them wanted to call timeout, so therefore that's what you get, a 21-point defeat instead of a 14-point defeat. As we will escape Gainesville with the win, as I said, by 21 points. Manning, 251 passing yards, 84% completion percentage. Don't stress too much about that. It really, I would prefer to limit his opportunities for mistakes. But he still threw for 2 touchdowns. A really good game by this offense and a really good game by the defense as well. It was hairy there at the beginning, but we got the separation we needed, and we are going to get the win. And on that note, James Nix has decided to nix any chance of commitment with the Horns as he commits to LSU. Now some of these other guys that we're looking at. Kai Block, 5-star halfback. We've been trying to get him to come to our school this whole damn game. We have enough points. I'm not too worried about A&M coming back on us. I just don't know why he won't commit already. Even Brody Short. How are you still in your top 5, dude? Like hell. But whatever, he is. Jaleel Hose, 5-star linebacker right there. If we can actually land him, that'll be perfect, because you're talking Anthony Hill, Colin Simmons. All these guys are pretty much going to be, they're going to be going pro. I think Anthony Hill's a senior next year, but I would be shocked if they do stay past the end of this season. I really would be. Zaire Mallory dropped us down to 2nd, and his top 3. We are going to do kind of what we did before, put the hard sell and the DM, and see if that's going to give us enough standing to fight off anybody else. It's a tough call. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's worth a shot. Now, we do have 220 hours left, so we're going to go ahead and start getting some of these visits scheduled that we know we need to. We've been kind of putting off just for the simple fact that, hey, it's a little tough with trying to get so many other people that are better than you to commit first. Shaq of Real, he's down to his top 3. So we are going to get his visit scheduled, just taking a look at what his deal breaker is, and then we're going to come on in for the hard sell. So, as I said, just find your 3 check mark combination. Boom, house call. It's funny for a right guard, but, hey, it is what it is. So, Jared Kerr, the punter, playing hard to get, I see, sir. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. But, hey, we're gonna bite, because we do need a punter. And this season, our punter's actually been pretty good. I know y'all haven't seen that a whole lot, because I normally don't put the punts down. But he's actually been pretty damn good with his yardage, trying to coffin corner it, put the backspin on when you need it. So we are going to miss him, but we are definitely going to be perfectly fine with Care coming and committing if we can get him to commit to us. Gil Atogwe, number 1 in the state of Georgia as a defensive back, number 2 in his position, and number 8 national. We're still number 1 in his heart. We just need to stay that way. That's where the hard part comes in, but I think we can probably pull it off. This is where I think being more successful plays maybe a slight role versus not. Percy Dunham. We added him late, and I just wanted to see if we can, how quickly we'd move up in their interest. Are we able to snag a kind of player within a week or 2? If it is going to take multiple weeks, then man, we better hit our recruits early versus waiting. Now that is going to take us to the next game on the 2nd Saturday in October here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are meeting annually in Dallas, Texas, here at the Cotton Bowl at the Texas State Fair for the Red River Rivalry. I'm going to call it the shootout. Let's call it what it is. Red River Shootout between the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Whereas in recent years, this trophy, the Golden Hat Trophy, is kind of swapped back and forth. There hasn't been total consistency in one single winning team. We're hoping we can change that, but we haven't seen that kind of consistency since, let's see, early 2010s maybe. Outside of that, we still got some wins each team seems to win. This could be a toss-up kind of game. And taking a look at how it is, especially with the rain coming down early in the first quarter, Sooners lead 7-0 as we hand that one off to Weisner. He picks up about 4 yards on that one. Not a whole lot more available there. So now it's going to be 2nd and 6 here from the 44-yard line. Manning claps his hands. Hands it on the RPO off to Wisner, and that's going to lose yardage. Back to a 3rd and 10. Not how you want things to go for you here. As we have 3rd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Going to be in a shotgun. 3 wide set. Manning has the snap. Pressure comes, fires it up, and he's going to hit Moore coming across the field, who picks up the first down and extra as he's brought down at the 32-yard line. Great play from about 15, 16 yards on that one. His first catch of the day, and good patience by Manning to give him that chance to come across the middle there. So following that, 1st and 10 now. Manning has the snap. Fires that to the right side, hits Wisner on a little comebacker route out of the backfield. And he's going to be swarmed and brought down after about a gain of 5 yards. So 2nd and 5. About 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. We are trailing 7-0, but we are on the move. 2nd and 5, under center, I formation. Hands off to Baxter, going right. Cuts it back up the middle, and Baxter picks up good yardage. Down to the 20-yard line to make it 1st and 10. Ooh, 7 yards on that gain. A good little run. Way to follow your blockers there. And that's going to be 1st and 10. So now coming on to pistol formation. 2 tight ends to the right side, 2 receivers, 1 on each. Moore left, Wingo right. Manning's got the snap. In a clean pocket, over the middle, hits Injuries coming across the field. 1st and goal, Longhorns, after he's brought down at about the 8-yard line. Big play here from Manning to, once again, have the patience, trust in the blocking well enough, and it will come through for you. So Manning trusts, and he gets that one, and that is going to end up being the end of the first quarter for us, as we are rocking here, trying to come back after trailing 7-0. So a highly contested first quarter that, like I said, we're going to come back. We're poised in scoring position to get this thing tied up at least. It was a rough go to start, but hey, it's not about how you start. It's about how well you do in the middle and finish, okay? We are still the number 1 team in the country. Oklahoma, they are also undefeated and number 8 in the country as well. So both teams vying for top spot. 1st and goal. Going to hand that one off to Wisner, going to the right side. And it's difficult trying to figure out which holes to really hit because I don't want to hit the sprint button. That's kind of an old habit from the olden days. So I get a little confused every now and then. It happens. 2nd and goal now. On the screen pass. Drops that one off to Wisner, going to the left side. Cuts it back up. Wisner walks it in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He zigged and the defense zagged, and Wisner takes that one into the end zone, and that's going to get this game tied up here right at the start of the second quarter. What a run after the catch. Good job following the blockers. Look at those. He's got Hudson, Campbell. Whoever 72 is another big behemoth out there, but he's got a little wall out there. He's pretty careful there. So now, after getting Oklahoma punting to us, now we have to punt it right back to him. And boom, we're going to blast him, and he's going to fumble it as we kick the ball around. And who's that block? Yeah, no, that's Kobe Black jumps on top of it. Oh, man, he has been point on with the gunner position on the punt coverage, and that time it pays off. He forces the fumble and recovers it, and that's going to give Manning and this offense another chance after stalling the last time around the 1. So now 1st and 10, play action, and he's going to get sacked. Oh, it just didn't hold up. Just did not hold up. At least he didn't fumble. Manning loses 5 yards on that sack. It looked like we did have our guy open at that point. Just a split second too late. So 2nd and 15 from the shotgun. Wingo in motion. Manning has the snap. Hands it off to Wisner. Cuts it back to the left side. He's got space in front of him, and Wisner picks up good about 8 yards right there on the RPO. A lot of times those are generally ends up being the swing pass, but a smart read by Manning to see that that was covered. Hands that one off, and then just great vision by Wisner to cut it off to the left side. So 3rd and 7 now. Manning in the shotgun. Has the snap back. Fires that one to Wisner out of the backfield. Fighting forward. And Wisner is going to get the first down. I was curious where they were going to mark it, but they are signaling first down Longhorns. So 1st and 10 now from about the 34-yard line. Manning staying in the shotgun, 3-receiver set. He claps his hands, has the snap, hands it to Wisner up the middle. Big hole open up, cuts it back to the left side even further. And Wisner is brought down by the left hash mark at the 21-yard line. Good job following your blockers, and excellent to see that hole finally open up. We've been struggling with opening holes in the run game, but coming through right now. So 1st and 10. Manning has the snap. It's going to be an RPO to Indries on the right side at the 10, 5. Stiff arming his way forward and brought down at the 2. Jack Indries, he's a primetime target just like many other Longhorn tight ends have been. Jatavian Sanders, Gunnar Helm, David Thomas. I mean, my goodness, there's so many of them. We are tight end you at Texas. 1st and goal now for the Longhorns from the 2-yard line. Manning claps his hands, has the snap. Blitz comes over the middle. Wingo lays out for it. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ryan Wingo was laying out for that one. That's a risky throw. That was a risky throw by Manning, but Wingo covered his butt and just goes parallel to the ground to make that catch. What a play it was, and now the Longhorns do have the lead here in Dallas. But not for long, as Oklahoma would tie it up. 14-14 is the score here coming out of the 2-minute timeout, facing a 3rd and 6. Manning takes off and slides down after about a gain of 8 yards. So to the 42-yard line here. 1st and 10, minute 50 seconds remaining. Staying in the shotgun, 3-wide set. Manning's got the snap, hands it off to Wisner up the middle, and a decent run. It looked like if they had blocked one guy coming from the left side there, we might have been able to actually break that one open. Just didn't happen. So 2nd and 6 now. Manning staying back from the line in the shotgun. Has the snap in hand. Hands it off to Wisner. Bounces off blockers. Finds some space and then is brought down at the 33-yard line, making it 3rd and 1. Approaching the 1-minute mark. Coming in 2 tight ends, 2 receivers set. Manning hands it off to Wisner. Hole opens up over the middle. He's got space at the 15. Fighting forward and brought down at the 13-yard line. Great run by Wisner right there. 63 yards so far this afternoon in the rain on just 10 carries. As we have 1 minute remaining in the second quarter, the Longhorns are 13 yards away from the end zone as the clock is starting to tick down once again. Going to be in the shotgun. 2 tight ends this time on the right side of the line. Moore in motion. Play action. Quick swing out to Moore at the 15. He's at the 10. Tries to spin back, nowhere to go, and brought down at about the 9-yard line. So 2nd and 6, as we will have to use a timeout there to get this clock stopped so we can kind of reset ourselves and not rush into anything just 9 yards away from taking the lead. So 2nd and 6 here. Manning making changes looking like before the snap. He sends Mosley in motion, has it in his hands. Quick throw to the left side. He's going to hit Moore, takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. As we reclaim the lead here in Dallas right at the end of the first half. That was a hell of an offensive play and a good read there by Manning. He was making those calls before the snap. He must have seen that one coming. And then a great job to have the cojones to stand in there and face that defender who walloped him right then. So after that touchdown, we're going to jump ahead here into the second half in the third quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining. Handing that one off to Wisner. Big hole opens up at the 35. Actually, he's brought down at the 34. It's 1st and 10 Longhorns. The score is now 21-17. It's 21-14 and a half. Oklahoma has added on a field goal, so this is a 4-point game now. As we approach the end of the third quarter, Manning and the Longhorns going 3 receivers to the left side. As we got more wide left, Wingo in the slot, left and Mosley between them. Injuries on the line. Manning has the snap. Quick throw over the middle. He's going to hit Mosley, and he does hold on to it. Good Lord. That was a tight window. I didn't think he would actually hold on to it if it actually made it through. But he does. So 2nd and 1 Three receivers now, two to the right, Moore alone on the left side. Manning claps his hands, has a snap back. Blitz comes, hands it off to Wisner. Stiff arming forward, and Wisner's brought down at the 13-yard line. That's going to put him over the century mark this afternoon, as he's got 16 rushes for 107 yards today. He is having a hell of a game so far here in this one. This is a big-time moment to have a hell of a game. Third quarter is coming to an end. I don't know if they're going to get the snap off, and they do with 1 second remaining. Handed to Wisner, cuts it up, and he's going to pick up only a few yards. That happens. That's okay. Third quarter officially comes to an end. We still have the lead. We're poised to extend it. That's what you need. And we were going towards the Oklahoma side. Now we're going towards the Texas side. Anybody who ever watches the game on TV or has actually ever been to the game, it is a sight to see. The crimson on one, the burnt orange on the other, split at the 50-yard line. It's not split on each sideline. It's split at the 50, okay? It's not a sideline split. It is a 50-yard line split. So now 2nd and 7. Manning claps his hands, has the snap back, rolls out to his right, looking nowhere to go, throws it up, looking for Washington. And that could have been catastrophic. Oh, that could have been bad. Manning's got to be smarter than that. 3rd and 7. The field goal keeps it as a touchdown game. You've got to think that through. 3rd and 7. Manning has the snap in hand. Clean pocket, fires that one over, and that's going to hit Mosley, and he will drop it. All right, Mosley dropped that one. So that's going to bring on the field goal kicking opportunity. About 27 yards away. Boot ball right down the middle, as that will give us a single touchdown lead. Here now, there's not a whole lot of time left in this one, so we're going to have to be careful. It is just the 4th quarter remaining. And we're going to jump in and we're going to move up a little bit here in the 4th quarter, as Oklahoma has tied it up. And so it's 24 all. We do have possession at the about 39-yard line after that quick little swing pass out to Wingo at the 39, facing a 2nd and 8, under 4 minutes to go. We've got to put this drive together and get some points on the board. 2nd and 8. Fires that one over the middle. He's going to hit Mosley, who does hold on to it. I'm glad he did. You do not want to go into overtime in this kind of game. Been there, done that. We lost it. It happens. 3rd and 3. 3 wide set. Baxter's in the backfield. RPO over to Mosley. Pushing forward, reaching for the line to gain, and he can't get it. 4th and 1 from the 32. That'd be a 49-yard field goal. Oh, man, you miss it. You set him up with good field position. I think we're going to go for it. The offense is on the field. We're going. 3 feet away from destiny. Manning in the pistol. Baxter in the backfield. Has the snap. Hands it to Baxter. Has an opening. Pushing forward, and he's going to get it. They will give him the first down. He's got 33 yards on 9 carries. Just over 3.5 yards per carry, basically. Or 3 2/3. But, man, he need every bit of that 2/3 of a yard on that one. So 1st and 10. Manning and the Longhorns going to be coming out set in a shotgun formation at the 2-minute timeout. 24-24. Hand that one off to Baxter up the middle, and he's going to be brought down. Now, Oklahoma still has 3 timeouts, so who knows what they can do with it, but it's going to be tough. 189 passing yards, 166 rushing yards to Oklahoma's 278 passing, 102 rushing. Both teams scoring 3 touchdowns and a field goal this afternoon. 24-24, about 95 seconds remaining. Manning in the shotgun. 4 wide set, has the snap in hand. Quick throw to the left side. He's going to hit French, who gets it all the way down to the 15-yard line before going out of bounds. And Peyton Bowen for the Sooners is going to go down injured. That could be a big loss for him. I don't know how long he's going to have to be out for him, but that could be major. He is one of their prime-time defenders for those Sooners. So 1st and 10. Manning staying in the shotgun. Baxter in the offset to his left side. Hands it off, going back right. Nowhere really to go on that one. Nowhere really to go. He gets 0 yards, and Oklahoma spends their first timeout. Lovely. Minute 23 remaining. Looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of timeout checking as we go. Manning hands that one off to Baxter again to the right side, cuts it forward, lowers his shoulder, and he's going to pick up a first down to make it 1st and goal. Now, all of that first down would lead us to this final moment. 1 second remaining in the game. It's going to be an 11 or 21-yard field goal. Boot ball, walk it off as Mason Shipley drills that one in his first ever Red River Rivalry. And that's going to give us a perfect season, back-to-back gold hats as we continue our way through the SEC. 2-0, still 5-0 or 6-0 on the year as we hand the Sooners their first loss of the season. Now, while we look at some of these stats, I do just want to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it already. And definitely, if you enjoyed today's video, you're excited the season's coming up, give us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel, and I truly appreciate everything y'all have done to help us out here at Champion Sons Gaming. It's been a wild ride. I look forward to what the rest of it has for us. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all of our content, whether it's Dynasty, franchise, or Road to Glory / Superstar. It is what it is. And it is Kai Block committing, the 5-star running back, gives us his commitment. And Brett Tyree out of Tucson, Arizona, the 4-star right guard, where the floodgates, I have a feeling, are going to start opening up soon enough. We just have to keep winning. We're halfway through the year. We'll be taking a look at some of our stats in the next episode. But that will be the next episode. So, as always, everybody, I will see y'all then. So, as it goes, stay safe. And, well, like I said, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.